Hey everybody. Um, I don't know how this is going to work because I just got a notification saying that this will not be recorded on StreamYard. So I don't even know what the hell that means. Anyway, I'm out here with my dog. Um, I'm going to do this contest entry. I've kind of been stewing in my mind about doing it, and I found out today's the last possible day. Um, Happy birthday, Jack. I think it was yesterday. Um, Thanks for this contest. I don't even know what the prize is, and I don't really care. I just want to enter your contest. So uh, I look kind of tired. I'm not really tired, actually. I don't even look kind of tired. I'm freaking tired. Um, what was, let's see, the questions. There's like five of them. Um, what was a, what was your favorite album that came out when you were 13? So that was, for me, that was 1988. Um, I I think as far as albums that came out in 1988, I don't know that I can think of too many, but one that I can think of that came out in 1988 that I got into probably a year later was Lincoln by They Might Be Giants. I actually got into Lincoln and They Might Be Giants. Lincoln was my first exposure. I read a Rolling Stone magazine article in which I think they gave the album at least 3 stars, maybe 3.5, but I think it was 3 stars. Um, I think the album's better than that, but um, it is my favorite They Might Be Giants album. I'm not a massive They Might Be Giants fan, but I love especially their first two albums and a lot of their B-sides from their early stuff. After that, it's a little bit hit or miss. The next couple albums were pretty good, um, but I didn't care too much for John Henry, and there's other things, whatever. So that would be probably my favorite album that came out in 1988 that I can think of off the top of my head. Um, I'm going to talk just briefly about the following year. 1989, um, my my one of my favorite albums came out, March by Michael Penn. That was my favorite album ever for many years, probably until the 90s. Um, and then it's kind of changed around a little bit, but it remains in my top five. Um, I would say that also um, Pixies Doolittle came out that year. Also, Flowers in the Dirt by Paul McCartney. I know those are weird combinations, but those are all, you know, Doolittle, even more than Flowers in the Dirt, was a big album in my life. So, and my son has subsequently become a pretty big Pixies fan. So, or at least their first wave, which that's all I'm really concerned with mostly. Um, so, what was your favorite band when you were 13? That's the second question. Favorite band when I was 13 was the Beatles. I got into them when I was 12. Again, I got into them by reading a 25th anniversary article on Sgt. Pepper, and that really sparked my interest. Um, I had, of course, heard of the Beatles at that point, but um, didn't really know some of the melodies that I knew in the back of my head were actually Beatles songs. So when I discovered, I was just talking yesterday with my son about how, come on, Jody, about how I remember listening to the Beatles albums for the first time, and my mother-in-law. I think that's who I was talking to, both of them. Um, I'm a little scatterbrained. I'm sorry. just waking up. So yeah, that is the band that I my favorite band when I was 13. Okay, what's the next question? I'm trying to think of off the top of my head. Favorite Rush album? Was that it? I don't really have one, so I'll say Permanent Waves. No, not Permanent Waves. What's the one? Damn it. How would I say that one? I would say Moving Pictures, because that's the one that I've heard the most of. Yeah, I'm not a gigantic Rush fan, so sorry. Sorry everybody out there that is. You can forgive me later or forgive me now. I don't own any Rush. I don't really I don't own a hard copy of Lincoln right now, but it's such a significant album in my life. And it's one of those few albums that I can sing all the way through. And I love doing that. But and it probably annoys people, but whatever. It's the next question. What's my favorite Cheap Trick album, I think? So my favorite Cheap Trick album, like Jack, is also Dream Police. Dream Police is kind of one of a small handful of albums that I remember listening to growing up. My brother had it on vinyl, and that was my first exposure to Cheap Trick, actually. And I would say a second close-up is In Color. I do really love Dream Police. Other albums in that category that I remember listening to growing up that my brother had were Paradise Theater by Styx, Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. I'm trying to think of other ones, but anyway. So my favorite drummer. Hold on a second, I gotta clean up dog poop. Classic moment in Mike Sweeney streaming. Now the strategy here is to not get the dog poop close to my face. Who wants that in their life? Also, okay, I'm doing this because one member of my family is still asleep, and the other one's a little still waking up. So, just anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, favorite drummer is actually Stuart Copeland. Probably always will be Stuart Copeland. Probably with Ringo as a close second follow-up, just because he's Ringo. But yeah, Stuart Copeland definitely. It's been that way for many years, so he's not like Billy Cobham, but he's darn close, So to me, stylistically, he's always been my favorite. Well, as long as I've really enjoyed him, especially over the last 5-10 years. Listening, please. My eyes like itchy or something. Yeah, freaking love Stuart Copeland. Kind of like I like watching Stevie Ray Vaughan play guitar. I love watching Stuart Copeland play. And yeah, so that's it. Bye.